going on, world? Let me turn this way, right? What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games BS brought to you. This is Big Games BS, part of Den Media Group, brought to you by AlphaMaleJacks.com. Go to AlphaMaleJacks.com for all of your just your male lifestyle and general needs, man. They've got a great package right now going on, $250 a month. I'm going to tell you what this $250 a month gets you, especially if you're trying to like revamp and really jumpstart 90 days. What we in now? September. So if you go October, November, December, you can end the year off in the right way. $250 a month. They're going to give you a blood panel. You're going to get, if you need hormone replacement therapy, they're going to give you what you need for that. They're going to give you the supplements that you need. And if you need to lose, if you want a weight loss package, they're going to give you the semaglutide and all these different things. They have the same things for women, but this is focused on men. AlphaMaleJacks.com. Go there. Some of y'all got a little bit of that bitch in your system. We got to get that out of you. That's the main thing. Is we want to make sure everybody's living their best lives, kind of like that little Duval song. Inside the world's greatest cigar lounge, Goodfellas Cigar Lounge. Like, check. This is the executive lounge. It's pretty quiet. It's very much so a vibe. You can come here, kick, smoke a cigar. We've got numerous TVs in here that you can watch, games and live action sports, and just completely kick it. We've also got live bands Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and probably Sunday nights. We're going to do Monday night football watch parties, all kinds of different things for you to be able to come out and enjoy. It's one of the best. It's safe. One of the best cigar lounges. One of the best environments that you can get. Now, we also have a live DJ, and it's not a club, but I think I'm trying to figure out. There's cigar lounges, and then there's cigar lounges, then there's just like a cigar. I think they need to change it. A lounge has music, man. Like for people who just want to go somewhere, smoke a cigar, and have light, like there are places for that. But this is an experience, it's a vibe. It you can sit on your porch if you just like, if you don't want to experience stuff. I advise everybody to sit on your porch. I do that myself. I love it. So, but anyways, that's what we got going on with that. Appreciate right now. We got 7 people watching, 5 likes. That is dope. That's a very kudos to y'all. That's a very high engagement number. Got to get y'all used to this. Come in, you know how you come in some people's houses, you take your shoes off, or you go in, and I never go into a room without trying to say hi to the people in the room. That's basically what a like is. You come into the room, you come into this show, just tap the like button. It's just like saying hi. Hi, I'm here. Matter of fact, say hi. Some of y'all haven't done that this morning. I love it when y'all say good morning, chat. We greet each other. We do all these different things, man. This is a perfect time. You never know what you're going to do. It's why I go to Starbucks every morning. I go to Starbucks literally every morning, not because they have the best coffee. I have better coffee at home. They treat me nice. They say hi. They smile to me. You never know what your message is going to do with somebody. You could make somebody have a great day. I want to say happy belated birthday to member Adrian. Y'all say if y'all want to, y'all can say happy birthday to Adrian. Her birthday was yesterday. I won't say how old she is, but she's she's getting better. She's like women age. They say women age like wine, right? That's what you're supposed to. That's so happy birthday to her. If it's anybody else's birthday, I don't know if you don't tell me, but because they're a member, I felt like, and I know her, I felt like, hey, I should say happy birthday. That's maybe one of the perks of memberships, but that's what we got. Some cool things have happened over the last couple of days. I would definitely give some feedback on that. Everybody knows about my homie Jack Coleman, my new friend, family member. Jack Coleman is the young man I met last Thursday, about a week ago, who was going blind. The actual thing here, and this is from Ashley with Dreams Come True. Jack's dream. Thank you for helping on fulfilling Jack's dream. Jack grew up playing football, worshiping FSU football, and dreamed of one day playing for that very team. Unfortunately, shortly after his junior varsity year, Jack was diagnosed with a brain tumor known as a okay sub subependymal giant cell astrotoma. Oof, that's a tongue twister right there. Jack underwent extreme treatment for the tumor and unfortunately lost the majority of his vision from the tumor and treatment. While his ability to play football has now been sidelined forever, his love for the Seminoles only grows stronger. Jack has been given the opportunity to dream of anything in the world, but Jack has thought long and hard on his dream, and he knows for sure his dream is to visit FSU and get a behind the scenes tour of Doak Campbell. He would love to tour the locker rooms, walk on the football field, and meet Jordan Travis. We are so appreciative of all your help in making this happen. I wish he had another dream. Not that it's anything wrong. His dream is dope. But like this is an easy ass dream. So we're gonna get this done. He's going to the Duke game. So everybody, we have time. If you want to help raise funds, you know how to stay. You go to mftkfoundation.com. You can go to, money sign MFTK36. Just put that the money is going towards Jack's dream. MFTK Foundation on Venmo, or MFTK Foundation at PayPal. Excuse me, MFTK Foundation at gmail.com for PayPal. Just make sure you put, it's going towards Jack's dream, if you don't mind, just so we could differentiate the things. That's where the funds would be going. But here's what we're going to try to do. They're going to come over on Thursday. They're going to leave Sunday. They're going to stay at the 4 Point Sheridan. You guys know I got the hook up there. Shout out to them for making sure that this is going to be a great, dope experience for him. I'm trying to get him a photo shoot, and I want him to wear the all-white unis because I want him to be committed. We know what the all-white unis means. He's going to meet the players. Jay Trav, I want to make sure he's going to meet a lot of those guys. I'm going to make sure we have a tailgate for the Duke game. So if you don't want to necessarily just give money toward it, buy a tailgate ticket to the Duke game. We're going to make sure that family eats very well and is treated like the rock stars they are. Go get pregame sideline passes. They're going to also get a chance to take a picture with Renegade and Chief Osceola. We're going to get them tickets. And the main thing I want that family decked out in the dopest, flyest Seminole apparel. So anybody want to hit me up with that? We're gonna do all kinds of shit with it. If I can get them, if David Platt and them are practicing on Friday, I'm going to definitely get them in a band practice. We're going to do all the kind of cool shit. And the biggest thing, developing part of this story, is I talked to AD Mike Alford on Monday after the show. And Mike Alford basically said, we got to get some things cleared because he is in high school. But Mike Alford said, James, don't worry about it. We're going to make this young man's dream come true. We're going to do all kinds of cool shit and appreciate you for all that you do for Seminole Nation. So I was very humbled that Mike was even able to do that. So we'll keep you guys posted. If nothing else, I know a lot of those things I can make happen off of the strength of who I am and the stuff that I have going. We had guys, my man at Troy Boy 40. He won the tickets to the game, and this is what I love. This encourages me to do this more because what you guys don't, it's coming from the heart, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's also branding. So I want people to listen to the show. You get to do this. Josh C., special shout out to that Big Game James _36 in his show, Big Games BS. Won 2 tickets to Southern Miss versus FSU by being a listener, and we kept the MFTK mission going and provided an experience. So I want to say much appreciation to that, taking the picture with the Jits, bringing them out there. Again, we will be giving away tickets to the Virginia Tech game. It is sold out unless you're a listener to Big Games BS. We can make sure we get you 2 tickets. We get to 3,000 followers by then or something like that. May do something crazy and give away 4 tickets. Who knows? I might be feeling good about it. We get to 3,000 followers. We give away $300 to a lucky listener, as well as we give away. They're not showing the comments aren't showing up on that. Oh no, I don't see it. I have them. They're on YouTube.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay. I thought nobody was saying.
Nah, it's stuff on YouTube. Um, But oh no, what was I saying? Oh, but we'll give away $3,000. I mean, shit, fuck that. We'll give away $300 once we get to 3,000 followers. We'll give away however many likes on that show. We will give away that to a second person. We like to give the giveaways and all kinds of different things. We also have click on the next one because again, with membership comes perks. My guy Coach, he was he was checking out. He jumped in onto the fantasy not fantasy football league, excuse me. He jumped into the college pick'em. Still have not got anybody to claim the NFL pigskin pick'em, but at Mr. Coachman membership definitely has its perks. Appreciate you. Tap in at the YouTube channel. Again, $3.99. You can win $3.99 a month. You can win $50. Right now, this man, Coach, just won the basic membership for a year for the most part. So, I mean, that's pretty every week. He came out, and I think that was his first week. So he came out, joined the pick'em. If you're a member, it's in the membership channel. That's how we're gonna do the membership stuff. So in order, like people are like, I can't see the pick'em. Well, you're not a fucking member. So if you're a member, you get to see extra things in our community, and it'll tell you it's a member, just like the different levels. So, like if you're a 3-6 Mafia and above, there will be some things that you get a chance to participate in. I got some gear that I'm gonna start giving away soon. If you're an all-in member, actually, if you're an all-in member, I owe you some gear anyway. I think I want to give you guys some stuff for just being a member anyway. But you will see when I get the exact amount of sideline passes that I have for the Virginia Tech game. I'm going to post it in there, and it's going to be available to the first people that respond. So we will make sure you're hooked up with that. Again, as it says, membership has its perks. Now, one of the things that I can't wait to do with my sons, I'm teaching my son that we're going to you go out there and you find a woman with good genes. We'll see. Trey's getting to that awkwardish stage right now where he's getting chunky. If you saw the pictures from like he's getting big, but my dog is gonna be okay. I've seen the way this story ends. We're gonna be good at something. Kai right now is good, so we'll see. But I would love nothing more than what happened with this. And I want to say congratulations to my dog, Peter Ward, on being a grandpappy or about to be a grandpappy. Peter Ward's daughter, now he didn't raise her right this way because she married a Gator, which is cool. She married Kyle Pitts, generational talent at tight end. Plays for the Atlanta Falcons, got drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. That's where, basically, I think that's where they live. I know that's where Pete calls home. I'm pretty sure that's where where all his family is. She kind of looks like his sister more than she looks like Pete after meeting her at the game. But this is what her and Kyle Pitts were doing on social media. And this is basically what you can hear from this young man is I know I have I got an 18-year CD. And what I call kids 18-year CDs is you got to put money into a CD, a certificate of deposit, for you to be able to get the money back and it with interest. But right now, this man he just cashed in because her daddy is the greatest college football player of the 90s. And Kyle Pitts is a good one. So go ahead.
Come on.
I don't know.
That is pink. Oh my gosh, it's pink.
You see it?
Yeah, it's pink. The ice cream is pink. What I tell you?
He's like, we finna have a mutant.
Yeah.
Cake look good, man. That's the only yeah. If you're gonna get a good cake, man, go ahead and eat it. Don't just like stop because you know you got a boy. And before people come out and say this, why is it because some of the feminists like, why don't you want to have a girl? Why are they always excited about the boy? Because yes, exactly. Because a girl I gotta take care of for her whole life. Yeah, I don't like what people. I like that it was just a very simple. Yeah, all that other shit is too extra. But congratulations to my guy P Dub. Love you, P Dub. Dub and Snoop always show me way more love. Like P Dub is one of those guys too. Actually, you know what? I do it to people. And it's just it's you don't do it on purpose, right? But Pete's like, yo, JC, hey, JC, why you ain't come on the sideline? They didn't give me a damn sideline pass this game, Pete. Like I didn't ask for it, man. He's like, man, you James Coleman, man. You can just go. I said, no, Pete. Like, no, James Coleman is not fucking Peter Ward. I said, I know exactly who I am and my lane. No, you can go do whatever the fuck you want to do. I can't. E- Eddie almost got me again. Eddie almost got me thinking we was finna give away something. He Now that I know what THB is, but shout out to my guy Eddie, $5. But $200 in Thai. I wonder what $200 in Thai can get me in food. I'm a big Thai fan, baby. Um, yeah. Shout out to 904 Sports Podcast. They're gonna you're gonna start seeing more stuff on our channel for that. Serve 5. If you want to you better listen to you better subscribe, baby. If you want to win tickets to the game, subscribe. Wait a minute. Can't wait a minute, somebody said I can't hear you. Can y'all hear? Anyways, I would love to win some tickets to the game. Serve 5. Make sure you one become a member, pay that $3.99, and then just be here for when you when we need when we're doing the drawings, and you can win and get these likes up and get some more people on this thing. Giveaways here, $100 or 100 live viewers. We do a giveaway of something. But here's what I want people to realize: I'm getting back spiritual, man. I haven't been doing this in a minute, man. I've been down, I've been grinding a lot. And but then again, I love violence. Violence is spiritual. And I don't think people realize this or understand this. And just sometimes you can see God through sports. Sometimes some people get sent to God through sports. But I'm getting back into the hymns, and this hymn right here brought me back to my childhood. I love Mahalia Jackson, and just look at this guy lead this person to Jesus. And I put sometimes we need someone stronger in their walk to help usher us into submitting our lives to Christ. Here's an example of a big brother in Christ baptizing his fellow brethren. Sometimes you just need to be walked. Just look at this.
Walk with me.
He is walking him. It's not done. Oh, gotta finish the block. Unhand me, sir. He got escorted out of the club. This is sexy, right? I've never been on the other side of this, so I don't know how this feels, but it cannot feel great. It's gotta be the most helpless feeling in the world that you have to know that that another man has control over you, and there's absolutely nothing that you can do. It's tough, man. But we're gonna that's our hit 'em with the hymns. Anytime you got something, you got some hymns, just hit me up. But last but not least, again, Tuesday nights, I'm telling you this for all members. Actually, we're gonna go with all members. If you're in Jacksonville, right? On a Tuesday night, you come hang out with me at Goodfellas Lounge and you sing a song. I got your first shot is on me. This was me. We're not gonna play the whole thing, but I let people encourage me to tell me what song I should sing for karaoke. And this is what we sang. This is me letting my heart out. I've been here before with Tevin Campbell, where Tevin Campbell was. Fast forward a little. And basically they got all the good songs, man. Come on, have a good time. Karaoke is fun, man. Especially if you get out to perform. But But yeah, man, just trying to have okay, again, I had to get on my guy Chris about my goddamn Jaguars credentials. You think I ain't gonna be in the biggest game in the city? Jags play the light skin. I'm gonna call if he wins again this year, I can promise you, I will be a Patrick Mahomes hater. They're like, why would you hate Patrick Mahomes? The same reason I hate Steph Curry. He's evil and he's light skinned. And it's actually the comments like somebody put you put up somebody put up what did they put? Oh, a comment saying the black okay, black. Like when you put up the Texas A&M thing, I'm like, they clearly don't watch the show and know that they clearly didn't even listen to the whole segment. I'm like, I talked about black people in gold teeth and HBCUs. Like, so just I mean, I don't know, man. People find reasons to be upset about anything. People are still mad that I just put out Judd Anderson's stats. They don't even go back and look at the fact that I said congratulations for him leading his team to victory, the new team that he transferred to. But whatever. People are weird, man.
Give us 10 seconds. I can reset this chat. I don't know what's going on.
But
So I can reset the chat, give me 10 seconds.
okay. I don't know what's going. It ain't always just like the tailgates. It ain't always me, guys. Sometimes it's y'all. Sometimes, but nah, I was just joking. But yes, my Mahomes' brother. Any man who hits women, we'll talk about that, is a little bothered. There, I will never say that there is absolutely no scenario where you should not defend yourself. But I will say that a lot of men, who just go out here putting their hands on women are a bunch of bitches. But also guys who dance for TikTok. But it just actually it's not even Steph Curry. Steph Curry is not the one who annoys me. It's his wife. But I want to say this, guys. Everybody, okay, multiple things could be true. I don't like Dion, but I'm also not about to just go out of my way to hate Dion in the manner in which some of you hate Dion. In Barstool FSU, you got to give it a whoever the fuck is running that shit, go jump off the top of Doak Campbell Stadium. Like, you just keep posting bullshit, and I don't like it. I don't like the way you run it, and whatever. Deion Sanders, who won, does not run his social media. Do you know who runs Deion Sanders' social media? Deion Sanders Jr. runs Deion Sanders' social media. Now, he may put up things that he wants, but he does this. So happy birthday to my favorite son at Deion Sanders Jr. I'm so proud of you. Although you're in my pockets from time to time, your productivity is well above reproach. You have blown up my social, JSU social, your siblings' social. You have blown up my school. And you're excellent at what you do. Keep on striving for your dreams and to understand your purpose in your life. You're the number one son and number one of my kids' rankings currently. Number one, Deion Sanders Jr. Number two, Shalami Sanders. Number three, Shadur Sanders. Number four, DeAndre Sanders, and number five, Shiloh Sanders. Now I believe Shiloh is at the bottom of his rankings. He hates Shiloh. Like, you can't convince me anymore that he loves Shiloh like he loves Shadur. But if somebody posted that Deion does this for every one of his kids' birthdays, he posts that's the number one kid. But the theme of today's chat, and for my parents, I want you to chime in on this. And I don't chime in like you're in church. Trust me. Outside of Adrian, most of you guys have fake names anyway. We will not know who the fuck you are. So tell the truth. There is transparency through your anonymity. We all have a favorite child. Every parent has a child that they just absolutely adore. When that child calls, it lights up like they give you a hug, they do something. It doesn't mean you don't love your other children. It just means you have a favorite. It's like you have a best friend. It's like, yeah, like if you don't know if you're your parent's favorite child, let Big Game tell you in love. You're not. Like, I know without a shadow of a doubt that I am my mother's favorite child. I was the first. I'm my grandmother's favorite grandchild. I was the first. I'm loved. I've always been loved. I don't ask for much, but I do know that when I do ask, they will jump to it, and all of those different things will be good. I'll shout out to David Pierce. He went to the game too. And it's okay if you're not your parents' favorite. You get the opportunity to get them back. They all get old. Everybody gets old one day. But Trey has my name. Trey has all the perks of being the firstborn son. Trey knows, and everybody knows, Killer is my favorite right now. It might not end like that, but right now, Killer is way up there. Amari is 3. Amari's 3 for a reason. Killer's 1, Trey is 2, but you know what Trey is like, well, but Trey is so fucking logical with it. You know what Trey told me one time? Say, well, shit, I got your name. I'm getting everything, so it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me where I ring. Am I getting more money when you die? I was like, yeah, you get the most money when I die. That's how it works. That's how it works. And, that's just it. So, I mean, just know, like, it's cool. But everybody has a favorite. If you have a favorite child, put your favorite child's name in the chat, or just say, yes, I have a favorite child. That would be cool. Dion even if Dion did, it's not the end of the world. Dion has done a lot of other shitty things that people should be bashing him for. Not that. But another person that I'm starting to grow tired of, and I'm really, really disliking is Drake. Drake, I'm disliking because Drake is one of the worst types of rich people. He's got rich and he's starting to bash shit that, like, he's like, no more staying at Sheridan. Like, because women take these raps seriously. Yeah. Like, he bashed like Sheridan, Marriott. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm a Titanium. I'm trying to get the ambassador status with Marriott. You can't be bashing a Marriott, bro. But Tyreek, before I get into that, shout out to Tyreek Cohen, HBCU guy. According to Tyreek Cohen's wife's IG, the Panthers signed Tyreek Cohen, waiting on official words, but Cohen could be coming to Carolina and making a comeback to the NFL. He went viral. He got drafted by the Bears. He was one of the guys that did a backflip and caught the pass while he was going backwards. It was kind of cool. Yeah. And when I saw that, it made me think, I'm waiting on one tweet to verify that she already had the news also. And if you don't know what that means, nobody hits after the whistle. And that's the term that we have in football. Hitting after the whistle is a personal foul. It's like the play is dead. It's over. We've all seen it. And then somebody has to come and do something dirty to take away from the beauty of the game. Nobody does this more than Josina Anderson. I used to have a big crush on Josina Anderson. Josina Anderson actually could have been who I was singing about with the Tevin Campbell thing a long time ago. I actually saw her, froze up. White dude at 1010 Excel was like, hey, that's Josina Anderson. I'm going to go take a picture with her. And he took a picture with her, and I was trying to play cool. And he was like, Big Game, you should come take a picture with her too. And I was like, selfie? And then she was just like, come on now. I was like, damn, I froze and cheesed up with Josina Anderson. Now, I think that was just the spirit telling me she's corny. We're going to get into this more. Actually, I'm going to bash her first. Then we're going to talk about what she actually said. And then I've also met her numerous times. She is definitely got airs about her that annoys me. Like, if she came to the tailgate, we would treat her like, I think it was a Dre Day. When they had the big party, when they got the girl with the 40-ounce beers and she was acting snooty and they sprayed her. Like, it was one of them Dr. Dre videos. Like, we would definitely do that to her. But my boy Aaron Cabrera, funny guy. Josina Anderson, one of the people, when you tell them something, they always say, "Oh yeah, I heard that too." Literally every time some news breaks, every time she's like, "Oh, I got a text." It's like, you're 5 hours late. We didn't need to hear that. Why can't you just tweet like everybody else tweets? Just retweet the same thing if you just have to put it on your thing. But you don't have to always say, "Oh yeah, I knew that too." "Oh yeah, I knew that too." One thing about Josina Anderson, she just got a text about any news ever. Pompeii happened. Just received the text. Josina Anderson, 17 minutes after Schefter broke the news, just got a text from the medical staff at Mount Sinai that MRIs have confirmed an Achilles heel for Aaron Rodgers. What really prompted me to just say, enough is a fucking enough, Josina, is that she literally did that. She literally, go look at the last one, the last post on that, Mom. Like right after that one. No, I'm saying, like, I think if you pulled it up under that, like, people don't believe it. Like, this is Josina Anderson every fucking day. She's always hitting after the whistle. We saw this shit live. We were watching it. You're going to see it if you didn't see it live on Monday Night Football. I got the text when I was live on air. Didn't see it. Aaron Rodgers' Achilles is torn. Terrible news for the Jets. No shit, Josina. Like, all you had to do is just say, "Damn, that's sad. Aaron Rodgers' Achilles is torn." It's always got the text. If you don't believe me, go into your X history or your X search bar, or Twitter, as we all like to call it. Mama named you Twitter. I'm gonna call you Twitter. Go in there, type "got a text," Josina Anderson, and you're gonna see every news story from the last 5 years that she's just got a text, and it's crazy. You're like, listen, man, you're pretty. You don't need to do this shit. You don't need to do this. Oh, people going in. People are naming kids. Yes, but Damien, Killer's my youngest, Damien. That's probably why he's probably, when he stops hugging me and stops giving me kisses, I'm probably gonna stop liking him. Oh, it was a gin and juice video, Irv. Thank you. No, it was nothing but a G thing. Nothing but a G thing. That if your kids are watching this show, you are a terrible parent. And by the way, Trey watches this show, but Trey also, again, fuck if Trey feels bad. Have y'all seen Trey literally lives the all-in lifestyle over there, telling people that he's Keon Coleman's little brother. Now, that, not knowing that only perpetuates the rumor that was already going around that he might be my kid. But I'm telling you, hell of a way. But anyways, Josina Anderson, like, stop hitting after the whistle. Aaron Rodgers, she posting about his Achilles injury that happened early in the game. And this is what I quoted this segment. Aaron Rodgers lasted as long as a virgin with Meg Thee Stallion. I'm sorry, Meg Thee Stallion, if you ain't seen that ass and the way she moves, if she does anything sexual in the manner in which she dances, ain't nobody lasted very long in that. I saw a thing where it talked about this guy said he hates women that fuck back. He's like, "Ma'am, are you trying to make this last 7 minutes or 3 minutes?" But what we have done here at Sports and we saw Texas DIEGS, Texas Diggs. He posted the full 2023 season highlights of Aaron Rodgers, and I want you guys to see this so we can in memory to Aaron Rodgers. So give him his props. This is fucking awful, but it couldn't happen to a better person. I was so tired of Aaron Rodgers, and I'll tell you why.
Which politicians look out for minors, not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Which politicians look out for minors, not just miners on an
So now
island
we've already
somewhere.
seen. Now we saw
Lord,
everything that Aaron Rodgers did. Kudos. That was. I don't even know what that song is, but that was great.
The like most weird
Yeah.
things of the song. It was like, I hate those 2 lines of the song.
So for those who, real quick, Miles, for those who don't get their news from text messages like Josina Anderson, we do have the video. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a teammate tear his Achilles twice, back-to-back years. Toward the right one year, toward the left one the other year. It sounds like a gunshot. One, the pop. Two, I heard one of it was a scream that I've never heard a man. I can't reenact the scream that I heard when it happened. And his calf went from the top of his, from right where it sits, it literally rolled all the way down to his ankle. And it didn't look like it tickled. I can tell you that much. But we got the video showing Aaron, showing Aaron going through that. Yeah. So here, boom, slow motion, foot goes there, comes down, tight, pop. Yeah, one of my friends said it looked like his calf was twerking. And I said, I've never really heard it described like that, but makes sense. So here's why I say this about Aaron Rodgers, and here's why I say the thing. So in case you guys weren't around, 2020, we had this nationwide pandemic. Now, don't care where you stand on the whole vaccine or not type thing. Personally, I don't think you should be forced to do anything. I also think a lot of you guys really bitch about shit that you have no idea about bitching about. I don't know what it was like for y'all. I went to elementary school in the 80s. I remember getting vaccinated in the fucking library at my elementary school with shit that I didn't even know about. But it's cool because things like polio, do y'all realize, because a lot of you idiots, things like polio are coming back at an alarming rate? Now, I don't care what you do. I just don't want what you don't do affecting me. I got COVID, took me up and through there, damn near died. I ain't never had an ass whooping the way I got with COVID. I get people's distrust of doctors, but I don't like people who just go to YouTube for everything, because guess what? Guess what? And Aaron Rodgers was one of those people who perpetuated it. Hey, I'm going to go do this. Ivermectin doesn't do this. I bet you I don't trust doctors is what Aaron Rodgers said. I don't trust doctors. So is he going to like find some witch doctor with a staple gun, and like, which is actually technically, when you think about it, they actually stretch it back up and they kind of do staple it. That's how they kind of, then you have to like get it used to. That's one of the ways that they heal the Achilles. But are you going to not trust the doctor now to heal you? It's just weird when we pick and choose the different things that we want, when we want to pick and when we want to do it. I don't know why. But here's what I also don't, why I don't like him. Besides that, Aaron Rodgers was treated terribly by another known dick, Brett Favre. Brett Favre actually was showing his dick to people, if you remember that. Brett Favre also, I want for let me pause the record real quick and let the record reflect. Brett Favre is a terrible fucking person. He stole money from poor people in Mississippi for his daughter's volleyball team so they could have some fucking new courts and whatever. Brett Favre is bad. I ain't gonna never forget Brett Favre and all that other shit. But Aaron Rodgers was treated very terribly by Brett Favre. And what is Aaron Rodgers? Most people get treated badly, then they remember. They say, you know what? I don't ever want to do that again to somebody. I don't want anybody to live through that. So what does Aaron Rodgers do? He treats the next rookie who gets put in the exact same way as he did. Demetrius Shaw brings up a good point. If you look at the 2013 FSU coaching staff, and you look at Colorado, it's a lot of similar faces on there. Just one DC wasn't the real DC. But here's what I think the New York Jets should do. My guy Logan Robinson put it up. And I think there's only one person that can save the Jets season. And that's sometimes you got to eat a W. Just look, man. He's just, how can you not like Jameis Winston? Just look at that goofy ass smile. Like he looked like a badass kid. Like not bad, like he's gonna destroy something, just like always into something, and then he's gonna smile at you like that. You're like, how can I be mad at Jameis? I love Jameis Winston, man. Van, the one thing is, everybody talks about the vaccine for everything. When a man got hit and almost died on national TV, first thing people did was say, hey, man, you think it has something to do with the vaccine? Anytime somebody dies or something bad happens, you think it has something to do with the vaccine? But we know for a fact that Aaron Rodgers didn't take the jab. So I don't know what that had to do with. Jono Barnes put up a great tweet here, and I think great tweets need to be shared. I'm going to rock her world. Also me, 75 seconds, the length of Aaron Rodgers' 2023 season.
Wow, he made a whole, come on. He made a whole poster.
Pat McAfee, great show. I love it. On 9/12, the day after this. Again, what's sad is the only thing that sucks is that it happened on 9/11, which makes people put the script, because we saw the Giants get their asses destroyed by the Cowboys. I had 37 fucking points from the Cowboys defense and still lost. Yeah, I didn't get anything from my quarterback. But somebody posted that that the NFL isn't going to let both New York teams lose on the weekend of 9/11. So the Jets had to win. But here's a doctor coming in and basically describing, because everybody's blaming turf. It's got to be the flubber. I remember that's what John Madden called it when they first introduced this. The Seahawks were the first ones to put this down. They called it flubber. But here's what Pat McAfee and a doctor talking about Aaron, the injuries that happened.
The other issue I'll address is a lot of players talking about Bakhtiari, about the turf, right? Look, I am the first one to say I think grass overall is safer than turf. Admittedly, there's different types of grass, different types of turf. But I don't think the turf was the number one determinant here. It would have happened on grass too. The number one determinant was Leonard Floyd on his back. The number two determinant was the previous calf strain and perhaps the age of 39. Number 3 or 4 was the type of field turf. It could be a contributing factor, but I don't think it was the number one factor. Look, J.K. Dobbins tore his Achilles on grass. Jack Conklin tore his ACL on grass, all in week 1. So it can happen other ways.
I did see Bakhtiari come back, though, and say, hey, there's only one that is controllable, though, and it's grass. Let's get grass. I would assume that you've said in your answer.
I'm for grass.
Yeah, okay, good.
I'm for grass.
But
I'm super grass.
All right, so
I'm just not trying to blame.
Talk about this. Now, the NFL has had all kinds of surfaces over the years. The vet where the Eagles used to play for years was literally outdoor turf, like the carpet. And the problem with turf is that, like that kind of turf, Astroturf, is that it's basically carpet laid over a surface. And these arenas or places are used for multiple different things. So you've got like dead spots, or you've got spots where like there was a door, like you have a trap door or something like that that's covered it. And if you hit that spot, they will blow out ACLs. Like the game is violent, but I think the doctor really brought up a good point. The game wasn't meant to be played in your 40s. That's one thing. You're not supposed to be exploding and doing these things like that when you're of old age. Number 2, our bodies were not meant to have large mammals fall on top of us or jerk us in different ways. Yeah, definitely pause. Yo, the funniest part of Mace and Cameron's show is when they be pausing each other. Like they hit Brandon Ball. She's like, yo. He's like, I'm gonna go in deep. I'm gonna dive deep in. Yo. Pause, B. Like they're like 13-year-old boys, man. But anyways, so I just talked about my teammate who tore his Achilles twice. The most of the times I've seen people tear their Achilles are non-contact injuries. They're doing absolutely nothing, and it was on grass. People blow their ACLs out on grass. People get injuries all the time. People get injured every day, B. I promise you. And yes, you can say the only thing that you can control is the surface. I agree with you on that. But it ain't that much of a variable to where we have to go change everything to grass. What happens is the maintenance increases exponentially. Can they afford it? Yes. But I mean, it's a lot of other reasons why I don't like what I don't want them to like arena football. You know what? Arena football is played. And a lot of us don't pay attention to it because there's not the money and it's not televised like it used to. It's literally played on Astroturf, and they don't have anywhere near the amount of injuries that the NFL has. And I'm not going to tell you that concrete and carpet is safer to play football on than fake grass. Now that's something you want to give me that? I'm with that. But the NFL made they broke this, and this is from Adam Schefter. NFLPA's new executive director, Lloyd Howell, said all stadiums need to have natural grass. That's the NFLPA. Again, their job is to figure out a way to always create this leverage thing. What they'll do is they'll just say, hey, we'll give you 2% more for you to play on this fake surface, and then people will be all right. Yeah, so they got to, like, anytime something comes up, well, this is dangerous sport. We got to, like, bitch, you knew this shit. Even if you don't really care, it's a lawyer's job to be able to do this. Anybody can do it. It's one of the shittiest unions out of all pro sports, but whatever. RG3 took an opportunity to enter. Like, you ever see the people that try to interject themselves in the conversations and nobody was talking about them? This was smooth, though. I'm not even mad at him. I'm not even mad at him right here. RG3 still got that little itching and the inkling in his body to play ball. It's better to come from him than it is to come from me. I don't want to misinterpret people's words.
Talk about free agent quarterbacks. Yeah. There's a reason that certain guys aren't in the leagues because they're uninspired. But Foxy knows this. Some of these guys like Carson Wentz, Cam Newton, Colin Kaepernick, myself, it's not that we can't play the game anymore. It's that we're a big distraction if you bring us in.
Did you see everybody's face?
I know you can still play. You look like you can still play. But if we bring you in, it's going to be a distraction.
My man is still perplexed.
So now that your starter and Aaron Rodgers is out, you can potentially go and grab some of those guys. Talk about free agents.
Now, to his defense, he does go and say Zach Wilson gives them the best chance to win now. But, like, it was so quick and smooth. Myself. Like, we would be a distraction. Nobody thinks RG3 is a distraction because, like, to his defense, RG3's career was ruined through gross malpractice from when he was in Washington, for them making him go out and play on a knee that they knew he wasn't ready to perform in, and him being the ultimate competitor. But I have yet to hear anybody say, you know what, damn it, we just had RG3 right now. My guys, does Aaron Rodgers let doctors work on him since he doesn't trust modern medicine, or does he heal his injuries with herbs and spices? It's basically Dr. Sebi says your body will be bulletproof. But here's the thing. RG3 and then this guy. Like, RG3 mentioned a guy in there that I'm just tired of. He's doing great work right now for the community. Bro, you ain't played football in 6 fucking years. It is time to give it up. That's Colin Kaepernick. Bleacher Report put out, Colin Kaepernick's agent has reached out to the Jets about his desire to make an NFL return via the Schultz Report. To which I tweeted, my agent reached out to the Jags for a fullback position, and it got met with, it's over, bro. Continue with your community work. Like, at a certain point, man, like, dog, every time somebody gets injured, every time a quarterback goes down, he fought the good fight. He sued the NFL. Like, in what world can you sue your employer and then go back to work for the employer? Like, you sued them because they wouldn't give you an opportunity. You won that, and now you want them to give you an opportunity after they just had to pay you for suing them and exposing them. That is like the lady who's accusing Mel Tucker of sexual harassment, and basically I don't know what the fuck he got fired for, but she's accusing him, and then she wants to go and work with Mel Tucker. That makes no sense. Cap, it's time to give up the cap. Stop the cap. Even if you were, even if I'm going to go off and say you were blackballed, I don't believe there's 64. Well, now there are. I don't believe there were 64 quarterbacks better than you at the time of you getting cut. At this point, bro, the game is not even played the fucking same right now. Like, you just wouldn't fit the speed, the spread action, the hits. I told somebody it took 2 years for me not getting hit for me to realize that, man, this game is violent. I can't get hit no more. Hitting is something that you just got to it's just something you got to do and you got to get used to. And it's not just you. I told y'all Tim Tebow was going to fucking suck when he came back over here. I don't care how good of a person you are. Cut the shit, Cap. And for you people who are going to probably try to bash me when we make this a short, fuck you too and him. I'm sick of seeing Cap every time a quarterback goes down. I'm sick of seeing not Josina Anderson. Who's the other one that we all thought was a lesbian until she got married? Jamel Hill. I'm tired of seeing you post about this. I'm also tired of people trying to treat kickers like they're people. And this is why we don't believe kickers are people. Here is a man whose job is to kick a ball, but it's also to make sure nobody returns your fucking kick. And this is also how he decides to try to defend himself and his team's honor. The Bills deserve to lose this game because of this kicker alone. You're going to see this, and this is terrible. I should have made this some kind of hymn, but this is just cowardice. You see this guy? He just does Olay and tries to tag him. Like, he's like, touch. Oh, that's what I need to do. Get that Omari on. Just back into it and let it touch. Like, that's just basically what he did, man. This man made no attempt to make the tackle. I hate people like that, man. Go sacrifice your life, man. You're getting paid. It's like he stared. He saw imminent danger coming. And he said, "Nope, not me." Yeah.
Oh,
That's just,
really?
yeah. Oh, pacified punk. Oh, people hitting me up about goddamn tickets. Anyways, kickers aren't people except for my one favorite kicker right now. We'll talk about him because we're going into our Florida State part. Want to talk about, I don't really know if he's my son or if he's nephew, but at the end of the day, Trey says this is his older brother. If you could scroll down to the bottom of the notes, Miles, there should be a picture with it. Yep. So we're going to come up with this because you people believe anything on the internet and in bold words. Somebody put that Keon Coleman made this statement, which he did. But it's not out of the realm of possibilities if you pay attention to the Den Media Group. There is nobody who talks more real than me, especially when it comes to, recruitment and stuff like that. Keon Coleman's fake quote: "When I first entered the transfer portal, word got out I was considering FSU. Immediately, my DMs got flooded by Florida thoughts and Instagram models offering sexual favors if I came to Tallahassee. And that's when I knew the Noles were back, baby." Just by reading that, and it went viral, everybody's sharing it. See, this is why I knew. People are tagging me. This is why I knew. But I'm like, guys, that's not real. But now, if you go back and you listen to our stuff, and I think I got that posted, Miles, as the right after. Yeah, right after that. The first link that you had up. It should be. Yeah, if you just go back and click on the YouTube so we can get the short, so that people go directly to the short. This is me describing Keon Coleman, but also when Ole Miss fans were saying that we upped the bag on him, fuck, we did not. We upped the ass on him. So it's not that far out of the realm of possibility because we showed you guys. exactly how Keon gets down and what he likes. It. They don't provide this in Gainesville, Gables, or Oxford. Go ahead, push play. Ball high pointed, he's always open. So another situation, just high points the ball. The new fallback thing is when you fail, you automatically have to say you got outbid by the NIL. WAOM recruiting. The further is not our fault. Ole Miss and Coleman agreed to terms, and when he wants it more, OM cut off negotiations. He's making it seem like the kid was his page, and we'll scroll down. But whoa. 1, keep scrolling down. 2, scrolling. 3, keep scrolling. 4, keep scrolling. That's his commitment. There you go. Another one. The theme is he likes women, and he likes his women seasoned and seared. Know where those women are located? Tallahassee, Florida, across the railroad tracks, Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. We use FAMU for the win again. The way he told y'all people, but y'all don't want to listen to me. Y'all go listen to everybody else, and I'm just telling y'all the real way the world is played. Like, y'all live in this bizarro world where you think that, oh, well, he went there because they have one of the largest African and Methodist Episcopal churches. No. Sometimes hoes help win. And I know he didn't say that, but it's truth in what was said, though. Just got to be watching, man. Got to pay attention, man. We got another guy that I think we can woo, but not this time. We won't woo him because of the whole. I don't know what he likes. He plays at Albany. Everybody knows right now Albany and South Carolina are Florida State prep schools. So there is apparently a maniacal pilgrim on the loose at Albany. And anybody knows what Albany is? That's where Jared Verse went to school. Jared Verse is one of the top pass rushers in college football right now. Well, Albany has another one that leaves FCS with 5 sacks. His name is Anton. Don't know. Junkach. My brother got 5 sacks, and I had to post the pilgrim sign. Get me that pilgrim. To be the next one after Keon Coleman. Nah, that's me about to talk about, which is fine. We can go on to the next thing. But Florida State plays a little game this weekend. And actually, before I get into that, my bad. Let me see what other pictures you got up here. I got to talk about the kicker that is a person. Yep, this one right here. We got to give shout out. I'm with you when you're right. And what I need is one of these co-eds, this young college girl that is preferably single, that finds him attractive, that's willing to do this. We got to preface all of this stuff here. To go find my guy Ryan Fitzgerald, and I think we need to make this go viral. I think it's the hashtag that we all must use. Hashtag tits for Fitz. Fitz is 15 for 15 on extra points, 2 for 2 on field goals, made a field goal that mattered against LSU. Fitz, I believe that when people do things the right way, they should be rewarded for proper behavior. So hashtag tits for Fitz. Florida State has a game coming against Boston College at noon on this weekend. And hold on, did I get everything right first? Make sure I got everything. Oh, yeah, my bad. I guess we didn't talk about this. Happened after the show. We will not be having the Clemson tailgate because Clemson sucks and fucked up everything. So we will be on at noon, ABC. I don't even know how the fuck I'm getting there. If anybody would like to drive me on Friday night or first thing in the morning on Saturday morning, like about 3-4 o'clock in the morning to Clemson, South Carolina, let me know. We may try to work out some payment arrangements, but I have to go up there for the Gator Bowl. I am upset about this because it fucked up a lot of things. FSU Unconquered talk, posted up the European model of a hurricane coming up this weekend. It is literally going right toward Boston, Massachusetts. The Euro has a 60+ mile per hour wind gust Saturday for the Boston at the game time. Hope this changes or the game will be affected. What what sucks about this is that it's going to be predicted to be very like Florida cold, Florida winter up there with the wetness. Like 61 degrees and rain is not fun. Like, and that's what, basically what they're predicting. Very hard to play a football game in that tropical update. The timing, you would start to feel tropical storm winds. So Saturday, 8 a.m., basically right around the game started, you're going to be seeing the winds. And if it shifts a little bit to the east, they'll be fine. Shifts a little bit more to the west, it's going to be more catastrophic. That area is not used to this. Skip Foster post, who is the president of Hammerhead Communications, used to be PR and publisher for the Tallahassee Democrat. He posts, and this is important, quite an interesting and difficult situation for the ACC regarding Hurricane Lee in the FSU BC game. Models trending west overnight, which would put Boston close enough for a tropical storm force winds during the game. It's close, however, a slight trending either way would make a huge difference. A little more west, and Boston could experience hurricane force wind gust. A little east, it is just a breezy day. What makes this difficult is that we probably won't know for sure Saturday is okay until Friday. Of course, if I'm BC, a huge underdog, I want the game played in the worst possible conditions. Negating FSU's passing attack probably cuts the line in half. If I'm FSU, however, delayed doesn't work because that cuts into Clemson prep. Seems like playing early Friday night makes sense, but my guess is that there are unknown, challenging logistical hurdles to that. Anyway, there is about a 2 or 3 out of 10 chance, as I see it, that playing the game could be problematic. Tough spot on end. High of 66 and rainy. Not kosher. But crazier things have happened. So be on the lookout. Everybody keeps asking me about the Florida State Boston College game. No clue. Keeping an eye on it. I personally think that this is a time when it should be switched. Eric hit us up with the super chat. Check out Destroying Getting Truck. Oh yeah, I saw it. It was great. Stop trying to hit big man. B Lynn, I might take you up on that, bro. I gotta try to see if they could get me tickets. Last time I checked, they didn't have any, but man, I gotta go up there for the Gator Bowl. So like it's tough, tough, but I do need a ride. I don't mind paying for the hotel rooms after that though, but I just gotta get there. Going back to we're gonna get shirts eventually. I'm gonna get my gear store and everything back once I get rid of the collection of gear I have now. But a term phrased by another 36 fullback from Florida State, William McCray, that I'm going to take from him is the SEC stands for Suckers Everywhere Conference. The Suckers Everywhere Conference, in the 2 weeks we have college football in the books, you won't, and this is from JBook37 on Twitter, you don't hear anything from the national media about the SEC going 0 for 5 in big out-of-conference games. Alabama took an L to the Big 12, well, about to be SEC. LSU took an L to the ACC. South Carolina took an L to the ACC. Texas A&M took an L to the ACC. Matter of fact, they're 0 for 3. Well, 0 for 3 in the big games. I think they beat. I'm not even going to go with. I think Wake Forest beating Vanderbilt and all the other shit. Florida took an L to the Pac-12. On top of that, Tennessee at the half versus Austin Peay was 13-6. Missouri was in a dogfight with Middle Tennessee State, 23-19. Kentucky was in a fourth quarter battle with Eastern Kentucky, 28-17. Auburn squeezed out a win versus a bad Cal team, 14-10. And Mississippi State had to go into overtime to beat Arizona. NIL and the transfer portal is balancing the scales. I have been saying the SEC is not the best conference in football. They have had the best team, but they have not been the best conference. The SEC West probably is the best conference in football, but just in terms of competitiveness. But even then, I want to go down and break again. This is where I think. Remember, we did the thing with the comedian Miles, where he talked about how the consonants could get equality that they're searching for. And he brought up Remember the Titans and how Remember the Titans eradicated racism in a matter of weeks by a high school team having winning the state championship. I think we're going to start seeing people shift a little bit more to how they feel about today's culture and start accepting these things as long as guys can play ball. And if you look at this, and he said, I quote, they need a team full of transformers to go and beat the University of Alabama. I want you guys to think about this and then just show this video of Texas football players. I'm enjoying a little bit of downtime, and this is the guys who went in and mollywopped Alabama. And I've seen stuff like this before. There was a video earlier of some guys dancing to Sexy Red song. I think the Ski Yee song. And I will admit, if that happened in my locker room, I probably would walk out. But you know, they make us take these tests as coaches these days. I am very accepting of anybody and their lifestyle choices. It does not. All I care about is if you're my running back, can you score touchdowns? But let's just see what these guys who just beat up on Alabama do in their spare time in the locker room. I'm not suggesting anything about these young men. These young men are probably very, very much so heterosexual males. It's just hilarious. Like, because people like to pick on guys doing this. Men have been making fun of women in skirts and shit since the beginning of time. I don't wear other people's clothing, but I think that's funny. Brett McMurphy put his predictions for the college football playoff in the New Year's Six Bowls. He has Georgia taking on Texas in the Sugar Bowl. He has Florida State playing Michigan in the Rose Bowl. North Carolina in a potential Big Ten matchup. North Carolina playing Penn State in the Capital One Orange Bowl. USC playing Oklahoma in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. I'm going to tell you this. I ain't even going to hold you. If that happens, we got a shot. We got a good shot at winning the Natty this year. Like we whooping Michigan's ass. I can promise you that. If we can get Georgia after they play Texas, or we can get Texas, I like our chances. I really, really do like our chances, even though I don't want Texas getting good with Sark. Shout out to L'Oreal though, homie from Tallahassee. Get a good Tallahassee woman behind you, and good things can happen. Canes football talk, go Canes. Shout out to y'all winning, dude. No doubt. Like Alabama don't have black players on their team coming from the same situation as some of those former Texas players. Oh yeah, nah. It's funny. Listen, man, this is guys got to come trouble. Listen, man. Do I come Canes football talk? Do I come to the Wendy's drive-thru and fuck with you? I don't even ask for extra dipping sauces, man. I just go there and I get my 5 for $5, and I just let you go about your day. Like, one, we're gonna whoop your ass. So, like, shut the fuck up. Like, whether we get there or not, we know for a fact you ain't just because y'all I done gave y'all props. This is why I don't be nice to some people. I done gave them props. I done said good win on Texas A&M, and then he got to come and say some shit because he like that lying ass fucking Cuban. Y'all go down there, you give that energy to your capping ass NIL deal guy. What's the lying ass John Ruiz? No, what's cap is y'all thinking y'all gonna build a fucking stadium in Coral Gables with a high school. Y'all believe all these other fairy tales and fantasies. Matter of fact, you've been believing y'all back since I was in high school. So let me believe that we can win a national championship. Let me believe. I don't mess with people with their beliefs. Let me believe. If you believe that y'all been back every year for 19 some fucking years, let me believe. All right. Ain't no more. They didn't fuck that up. As I always say to every Miami fan, if you're feeling froggy, better stack or shut the fuck up. Anyways, here's what I don't like, and I talked about this. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is has an issue. I believe in defending yourself, I don't believe in this right here. And the problem that I have with this situation is apparently this guy has a history going back to when he was at USC. He was suspended indefinitely for a domestic violence matter. He's been in, and then they still drafted him high, and that's Kevin Porter Jr. One of the problems in America, if you go keep hands, feet, and objects to yourself, one of the biggest problems in America is that if you're good enough, people will overlook. Then it calls it the talent index. There are some things that I don't think deserve to be rewarded. And if it happened in 2019, he needs to chill the fuck out. But prosecutors say Kevin Porter Jr. didn't stop assaulting, I don't even want to say her name, his girlfriend until she ran out into the hallway covered in blood. Assistant Manhattan District Attorney said Porter has a history of abusing her, including an incident in which he rammed his car into hers. I'm trying to read where they actually have to describe but I think like she had a broken vertebrae. He like really just sick shit, man. Like he beat her. And from what it says, like, and apparently I was listening to the radio when I was coming in. They were in a hotel room. So there's going to be, so I want people to prepare themselves. There's going to be footage of this, and it's going to probably be graphic. He couldn't get into the room, and so hotel security had to get him into the room, and that's what really caused this. Like, he was just irate, like that mad. You need to be doing something else with your life, like serving time. Get some rehab. Go into get you a new roommate that if you're that mad could potentially fight back. And I like that the other NBA players are speaking out this. Miles Bridges, there's no place for Kevin Porter Jr. in our league. It's unacceptable. He was a nightmare of a human being in high school too, constantly in trouble. I hope he is blackballed from the NBA if there's enough public pressure. Damn, that's whew, shit. Like, that motherfucker said, I am fed up. He was arrested. They said she was asleep when Kevin Porter Jr. allegedly started assaulting her. Apparently his father pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter in the shooting death of a 14-year-old girl in 93. He ended up being sentenced to 4 years and 6 months in the prison for the crime. It's wild. Yeah, those situations really just, I mean, violence against your significant other is never the way, male or female. And I just don't agree with that. I think he should be. I think the NBA, it is wild right now. So like Mel Tucker can masturbate on the phone with a chick, right? And the NCAA says, nah, not NCAA. Michigan says fired. Get rid of his ass. This man can literally put a woman in the hospital. And the NBA says, no, we're just going to suspend him indefinitely right now. Can't just get rid of him, you know? And you know, I'm also one of the guys that will say, I want to get more information. Like, I didn't jump to a conclusion with what's my guy, partially because I need the Marvel Cinematic Universe to get better. And I think if we get rid of Kang the Conqueror, it's going to fuck everything up. But like, I didn't believe that story for 1 second, especially when, what's his name? Damn, I forgot this stuff. The black guy that everybody was liking for a little bit. Not the Star Wars black guy, the other black guy. Damn, why can't I think of his fucking name? Kang the Conqueror was going to be what his name is until I could think of it. But like, he was I need him. He's doing all kinds of movies. He was going to be the army spokesman. And then, you know, he choked out, like apparently beat up a white bitch. And then like now she fled the country because she knows she was lying. I'm sure somebody in the chat has already brought it up. Yeah, Jonathan Majors. Sorry about that. I was also, Creed. The dude who beat up Creed. I think he beat up Creed. I hope he beat up Creed because I don't like Michael B. Jordan. I can tell you that much. He reminds me of Nick Cannon. And I just don't like him. Like, I don't know why I don't like you know what? I think what made me really not like him is that when Lori Harvey was dating him, everybody tried to make us like, see, Lori got a good guy and he's in love, and like then she broke. And it's just like, see, this is, and I was like, see, this is, he's gonna get broken. Simping ain't pimping. And he ended up, whatever. We know the story. But Jonathan Majors, I was like, all right, I don't really believe that story. This one right here, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker tried to kill this chick. I think it's more to it. I'm gonna tell you what I really believe happened. Now, I believe he couldn't get in the room. He couldn't get in the room. He was a little already on edge because he partying, drinking, and all that other stuff. And he's 23 years old. She's 26. Both young, attractive people. He made the fatal mistake, and this is what I want to tell everybody to not do. My mama told my daughter's mother this quite some time ago, after she had already done it. But and she was telling the truth. She would have, Mama, wish you would have told her this before she did it, but whatever. Didn't matter. It probably helped usher the end of that relationship, which was needed. Ain't nothing in that phone or his stuff for you. If you're happy, why would you fuck up your happiness? And I think a lot of people have this thing where they just like, it's like, I don't understand it. Cause like, if you're doing everything that I need you to do, I'm not going to be like, I wonder if this person's cheating on me. Let me go see. Cause nobody, and mostly women do this, but men do this too. And one thing I've learned is that misogynistic culture that we have also benefits women. They don't realize this, but we put women on pedestals and we believe that women can do no harm, that women don't cheat, that women don't do this, that you're pure. And you are to somebody, probably your father, but like I've known enough of y'all as friends. I've raised them. I've been with enough diabolical women to see the bad in everybody. Nobody holds the gamut on ain't shit. But when a man goes through that, but I've seen women's group chats, and I have female friends that are close that I try to give guidance to help with their relationships, and they do the same thing for me. So like when I'm ready to choke a bitch, I just call my best friend Jamila, and she helps me not. Which I'm just joking. That's an jest. You got penises. Everybody's shooting their shot. Somebody's saying something wild or something.
No,
Oh.
they cut me off. But what's the difference between secrecy and privacy? He threw me off with that question.
That's a man. You know what? Before I answer, that's a fucking phenomenal. This is why I need to have that thing on Tuesday nights up here at the lounge. Like, just admit that's a fucking phenomenal question. Let's go with. I think it just all depends on what you're. Let me get to my point. Then we're gonna get to that. It's nothing in that phone for you, bro. There's, especially for women, man. It's like all kinds of shit in there. If she's pretty or if he's pretty, you can flip it both ways. If they fine or you think they fine, guess what? Somebody else does too. Somebody's in their DMs. Might not be, because I've seen women who are fine, who I think are fine, that don't have none of the problems that women who I think are ugly have. Some of it is how you present yourself, but like a lot of people, there's somebody pursuing them. And a lot of times people who are very focused on a goal don't even see it. But don't let your insecurity go and fuck you up. And that man probably looked through that phone and he saw something that he can't unsee. And that's what if my mom says, what you go looking for, you gonna find. And what you gonna do when you find it. One thing I would not do is fuck up my freedom. There's only a few things that I'll fuck my freedom up for. And it's not because somebody else is fucking somebody else. Because you know what happens when you fuck up your freedom because somebody's fucking somebody else? You know what you increase the odds of? Them getting the chance to fuck somebody else. Because when you locked up, they're not coming to see you. They coming to fuck the person that they was fucking if you found them fucking. Now they're going to go fuck them better. Free game by big game. But just there ain't nothing in that phone for you. I'm just here to tell you guys, if you think they cheating, it's two things you can go and do. Believe they cheating and leave them, or just chill out. I saw this. Hold on, let me see if I can go find this. Just break up. But this old black woman said, I mean, this is why relationships lasted longer back then. Because one, I don't know if you see it. One, Aunt Mabel couldn't read. And two, there wasn't no social media. But like, my boy Dibby, did Dibby send it to me? Who sent this thing to me? This old black woman was telling the truth, man. Oh, never mind. I ain't gonna out my dog on this, but this is some wisdom right here. Hold on, let me get it back.
You don't? No. You don't ever worry about whether or not your man has got other women? No? Not if he's doing what he's supposed to do at home. Oh, okay. All right. Why would I worry? Because I would think you would want him to yourself. You don't want to have to share no man with another woman. Well, how would you ever know the difference? Well, I don't know. Well, if you look for the difference, you would probably find it. But to me, you just waste a lot of your time that you could be doing something you like to do, but trying to follow some man. Yeah, I agree with that. So you got the best.
So I mean, part of it is, and you can believe however you want to believe, but like chasing somebody, and if you feel the need that you got to chase somebody and follow behind them, then you need to go get some more hobbies, or find somebody that you don't feel like you need to chase behind. But I'm gonna tell you this: highly coveted people have people coming after them. And you just have to feel like either you're doing enough to keep them happy or not. But I know this: one thing you should never do is put your fucking hands on somebody. So secrecy versus privacy. Oxford Dictionary has secrecy as the action of keeping something secret, or this. I hate when they use definitions. So basically, the act of the condition, you're actively hiding something or concealing it. So that means that person is being weird. That secrecy is what you're accusing the person of doing, basically. They're trying to do something. So let's go with privacy. Privacy is the state or condition of being free from being observed or disturbed by other people. Secrecy is what they're doing to you if they are cheating or they're hiding something. Privacy is what you're doing to them. You're giving them privacy. I give you privacy. Or on the other side of it, I expect privacy because I'm not doing anything. I'm not hiding anything in secrecy. You feel me? So like it really, again, it all comes down to the personal, to the person. If you're with somebody that you don't feel you could give privacy to, don't be with that person. If you're with somebody that you believe is being secretive and you don't like it, leave them. I just got too much shit going on to be worrying about a bunch of other shit. Like that's just my take on it. Being like, again, this world is real. What I'm not gonna do. Oh wow. The NFL just announced that every NFL's team stadium has to go back to grass. That's wild. I just like, again, and also just the thing again, benefits. But the bottom line is I want people to understand this. That motherfucker should go to jail for what he did to that girl. If it truly indeed is what's being presented right now, there is no both sides to the story. Now, if he came in that room and, maybe he did, I think he looked through the phone and then she pulled out a switchblade on him and then like tried to stab him or some shit, maybe. But like right now, no. But again, if you can't give somebody privacy because you feel like they doing stuff in secrecy, then just don't be with that person. But NFL gets making rules. I just want to say fuck the NCAA real quick. When you do bitch shit, don't get mad that wild shit happens to you. NCAA made their rules against the transfer portal, right? Very unpopular rules. They know. They're saying that they've had violent and possible criminal threats have been made to committee members regarding transfer waivers. The association is coordinated with law enforcement. This is the second time since June that the NCAA has released a statement reminding member schools that it is only enforcing the rules that members themselves have made, and they should make new rules if they disagree with them. The reality is you made the rules after these guys left. That's why you're getting people threatening you. I'm not saying that that's right, but I'm saying let's not throw a stone and hide our hands and pretend like we don't know what's happening. The NCAA also calls out UNC and Mac Brown for rhetoric on the Tez Walker case. The D1 board is troubled by the public remarks made last week by some of the University of North Carolina's leadership. Mac Brown basically said, I want to call it a hit. I'm putting cases on all you motherfuckers. And that was right. Common sense comes into play. You could have made a better decision. You knew that these guys were in before that rule was made. You chose to not do it. I'm not feeling, if you're looking for sympathy, it's in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. Go find it. Last but not least, I love the sport of football because it's violent. I remember me getting how I got into football. When I got bullied into it by my dog, Kevin Colley. But bigger than that, why I stuck with it was my high school coach, Joe Nixon, told me, because I used to like to fight. And he said, James, anybody can fight. But with this game, you're given the opportunity to have a legalized street fight. Within the whistle, within the confines of the rules, you can do whatever you want to do, and you can enact punishment, and it's all fair and legal. So if somebody crossed me, I would fuck them up in practice. If somebody made me mad, like out in the real world, I knew I got to go into my fake world on this field that I could go, like, even I could joke with some people, I was fucking taking out the reason why I don't have daddy issues now is because I was taking out my daddy issues on people for 4 years in high school. I was fucking up other kids who had dads because I was mad that I didn't have one growing up with me that didn't teach me some shit. But I love fucking other people's children up, which is part of my fear now with my son playing football. What if he meets me? I don't know if he's me yet, but even though he's not my favorite, I still love him. He has my name. But what happened here is absolutely sickening. Bluntstown High School, right around the corner from Tallahassee. This kid snaps and he's slamming his opponent's head off the ground multiple times. Then he hit him in the head with his helmet. The young man hit was airlifted to a Tallahassee hospital. And we're going to watch this video, and you'll see it'll be a kid on the ground. And it's not good. Like, there's a lot wrong with this scenario. You see him, he's mounted on top of the kid at the top of the screen. Yeah, right there, slowed it down. So on top of the young man, he's slamming his head into the ground. Then he takes his helmet and he hits him. I don't know what the anger issues are. Oh, damn, they have multiple angles of it. I don't know what the anger issues of this kid are, but I think this kid needs to get an opportunity to go sort those out in a confined space. And you lose some privileges, and you lose some rights. That's not the game of football. There is nothing that is acceptable. I've been called nigga, fuck boy, all kinds of shit. Your mom's this or that. I've had all kinds of things said to me on the football field, and nothing constitutes that, because that's taking it to another level. Like you do that to my son, and I'm gonna whoop your ass, your daddy's ass, and I'm gonna try to get to the coach. I'm gonna whip as much ass as I possibly can. Right. None of our kids, and we got some kids at Mandarin that are come from tough situations. I just found out about one of my running backs. I always joke with him. I said, I'm not gonna cut him. But I found out that his father grew up without his mom and his father. He dropped out of school in 7th grade. His father's very hard on him. His father lived in the streets. He's got out of that situation, but there's some things that are going on in that young man's life. But that young man knows that that's not acceptable because he has to come to me. as a coach, if I would have seen that, I would have I would have made that kid strip out of his uniform there, and I would have escorted him right to the police as his coach. But from what I understand, well, now I'm sure harsher penalties would be imposed. But after that, it was a 1-game suspension that young man was serving. FHSA and the referees are to be held accountable here too. Don't see one flag. Referees are bad, but there is nothing that bad that you did not see that happening. Rob Lassiter says, I was at the game when this happened. Jay, it was bad. The kid was unresponsive. He had to get life flighted. It was bad. And the kid who did it says he never gets in trouble, doesn't even hardly talk, all A student. Don't give a fuck. That's how a lot of psychopaths are. What he did in that moment, I know a lot of really good people who are serving life prison sentences. But again, there's nothing for that in the game of football. Even if it just stopped at the slamming of the head, right? That's a fight. Fights happen. You picked up the helmet while the guy was on the ground defend. They will throw a flag for hitting a guy with a football movement for hitting a defenseless player. But that's truly hitting a defenseless person. Jeff Bell was talking about the comment that I made about leaving. And you're right, Jeff. So I agree with everything you're saying, big game, but then you have to factor in the fact that it's easier said than done to leave someone when feelings are involved. I 100% agree with you. I'm with that. I don't even think you should. My point when I was saying that is that don't go through. If you're happy, don't fuck up your happiness. That's all I'm saying. If they cheating, let them people cheat in peace. You go cheat. Or just like if you feel, because what you're going to do when you get the information that you're given, that you're looking for. That's all I'm saying. So like, don't even put like I always tell people, if you're sensitive, don't put yourself in a position to read things or to find things that are going to make you emotional. Care about your emotions. Like this kid, I don't know what the fuck happened. Football might not be for him if he's going to be that emotional that he needs to do these things. So yeah, I'm with you. On that note, guys, I appreciate everybody chopping it up with me. We will be back on Friday. Fuck it Fridays. Here's what we're going to do on Friday to prep you. Members, pay attention. I am going to, members, make sure you put in your picks for college football pick'em, because tomorrow starts it with a Thursday game. Also, pigskin pick'em. My fantasy football members, make sure you're active as a member. Also, make sure you're active as a member if you're in that fantasy, because I'd hate to have you win the $50 and not be able to get the $50 because you're not a member anymore. That's one thing. 2, call-ins. So some of these comments, you want to have your voice heard, you want to ask a specific question, we'll have call-in. The number for call-ins will be posted in the member section. So $399 all the way up to $999. You can pick the level that you want to be in. It does not matter to me. All we ask is that you be a member or consider being a member. Remember, this is how we do things for guys like Jack Coleman when we don't raise enough funds. The book bag drives, most of this money that's getting put onto the YouTube channel goes towards the community programs in which we run and the things that we like to do for the community. So all I ask is that you consider becoming a member, at least on the $3.99 level. The $99.99 level, that's all in. You get to do whatever I get to do. So if I get it, you get it, as long as I can get it for you. Some things, you did have to give yourself a little CTE to get. I can't help that. But we're trying to encourage people to be better people. If you need tickets, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're watching the channel. If you need hotel rooms in Tallahassee, remember, members, we have the $375 rate. We stay at the team hotel, so I can make sure that you get one of the best rates. Even if you need even if you need hotels for FAMU games, I still get that same rate. Football season rates are crazy in the city of Tallahassee. Just let me know. Also, we will be doing a member giveaway. We'll do it next 2 Wednesdays from now. I'll be giving away some gear to people who are in the members. I'll announce that. We'll do a random drawing on the show. We'll put all members on there, but you will have to be lit. As of all the drawings, you have to be listening to be to win. So if somebody put something good up. Mike, you can talk shit. When you call in on Friday, you can talk whatever you want. Okay. Who? Wait a minute. That's not where. Yo, that's not where Mike Gaines coaches, is it? No, I hope Mike Gaines coaches at Monroe. I hope that's not my dog. That would suck. No, it's in it's right outside of Tallahassee. Where's my dog? My God coach. Oh, thank God, he's at Monroe. Okay. Mike Gaines was the first James Coleman at Florida High. Like he was like it's tough being compared to he was the number one tight end in the nation when he came out, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's good as Mike Gaines. He's gonna be the next guy." I was like, "Damn, I ain't never even played fucking football before. Y'all already comparing me to like a guy who's considered a GOAT." Anyways, appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. We'll see you on Friday. Make sure you stay posted to the YouTube members channel and on Twitter. And Ervin, we need that Frenchie flip. Keep working on it. This is the best way. I'm telling you, my bad. I'll leave you with this. These jits watch everything. I promise you, these jits watch everything. Frenchie and them saw 1,000 people at my tailgate at LSU. He saw me pick up the phone and get him tickets to the LSU game as a recruit. We did it legally. He just didn't know he could get it. I took Big Derek Plaz, Miami commit, to the FSU Southern Miss game last weekend. You saw how everybody treated me, saw all of the different things. They see the YouTube channels, they see all this stuff, man. They see the respect and the support that the Seminole fan base. And if you're a Miami fan, same thing with your veterans. If you're a Florida fan, same thing with your guys. Treat the elders or the people, like it's a fact of life. Treat your elders properly, and the younger generation will follow. So that's all I can say on that. We working on it, and we doing a good thing. Who is K Jack the Great? Okay. Fridays are the best way to call in. If you need to, if you want to come in. But on that note, see you guys later.